What's up, everyone? I'm spilling some tea on the biggest scandals of 2021. Now, I am recording this in November of 2021. You're probably seeing it at a much later date. So the updates on these scandals might be very different from the information that we are diving into today. So just keep that in mind. Oh yes, I remember this, I think. Lil Nas X didn't do anything necessarily wrong, but some outspoken critics beg to differ when his music video for Montero, Got Me By Your Name, showcased him dancing in front of taking him out for him being canceled over something that many consider artistic. The vocal minority of Christians were very loud. Oh, in all honesty, I thought it was his whole blood shoe thing. That was also a big scandal. Like, there was actual blood in his shoes. Or I don't even know, y'all. But he's had his fair share of scandals. I mean, dancing in front of a devil, anything that has to do with the devil, of course, Christians are gonna have a problem. Matt Damon is feeling the heat after voluntarily sharing during an interview that he used the F slur, often used against the LGBTQ+ community, up until a few months ago. While this could have easily remained private, amongst the Damon family, the actor felt the need to share that it was his daughter that actually had him stop using the slur word, which he only stopped this year. What kind of world are you living in, man? Like, what? In what world have you been like the last 10 years? Because that was offensive when I was in elementary school. It was, honestly, I looked back on this recently. I had a conversation with someone and I remember people using that term so loosely in elementary school. Like they would say things like, oh, you're such a this, but they would say it obviously like they wouldn't mean it. They would mean it in a derogatory way. And I'm like, it's crazy to think that it was just so loosely thrown around back then. It's like now, like, how did you not know that was like a derogatory thing? Come on now, man. Sia, oh yeah. Sia's movie Music received a widespread backlash, including a petition to have it removed from Golden Globes consideration for its depiction of autistic people. So here's the tea, y'all. Her whole movie was called Music and it followed the story of an autistic girl. Maddie Ziegler played the role and she is not autistic at all. And people were very angry that Sia did not cast an actual autistic person. Turns out Sia said she did cast an autistic actress to play the role and it was too difficult to work with her on set because of her autism, things like that. So replaced her with Maddie Ziegler and people were furious. Nicki Minaj tweeted an unverified story about a cousin's friend in Trinidad saying the unidentified individual became impotent and his junk became swollen after receiving a COVID-19 vaccine. Claim COVID-19 vaccines cause impotency and swollen junk. AP's assessment, false. Experts say that there is no scientific support for the claim that coronavirus vaccines result in these side effects. Yikes. I mean, there's a lot of things, especially with celebrities, of spreading false information. I feel like they're under such fire. Like, even if they didn't tweet it, but they liked a post or they retweeted something and it was seen as false information, you can get in some big trouble. Oh, Armie Hammer, yeah. I don't even know how to explain this one. So, to sum this up, that is his ex-girlfriend that tweeted this. If you are still questioning whether or not those Armie Hammer DMs are real, and they are, maybe you should start questioning why we live in a culture willing to give the benefit of the doubt instead. So, long story short, if you've missed Armie Hammer's tea, not even tea because it's not even gossip worthy, it's so sick. He was accused by ex-girlfriends and things like that, just like ex-lovers, girlfriends, women that he's been with, that he was a cannibal and took his S&M fantasies too far, which resulted in physical abuse, things like that. And it was just very disturbing claims that most of them I can't even mention on here because of censorship and YouTube guidelines. It was very disturbing. Whole lawsuit against him. He lost a lot of movie roles, things like that. Apparently, as of a few months ago, he entered himself into a treatment center because of addiction and things like that. So yeah, it was a big deal. Very disturbing. And there was a lot of DMs and like conversations and things that people came out with, and it was just, yeah, Disturbing. Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik break up after singer's alleged argument with her mom, Yolanda. Yo. This one is very recent. Very, very recent. The story goes. So I don't know if you know, Gigi Hadid, Zayn Malik, boyfriend and girlfriend, had a baby together in the past year. Okay? Gigi's away. Gigi's gone on a work trip or something. She's gone. Turns out the story goes, y'all. These are just like what the story says, articles. I don't know the truth, obviously. Apparently, Yolanda, Gigi's mom, came over to their home. So Gigi wasn't home, but Zayn was. And they got into an argument. And apparently a physical altercation came out of that argument and Zayn pushed her. And he put his hands on her. So she ended up filing a lawsuit. And it's this big thing. So obviously Gigi and Zayn, they broke up and it's this whole mess. I still don't know what the result of this lawsuit is or if charges were actually dropped but it's crazy. Gigi has not spoken about it. Probably by law, she might not be able to. I don't really know. Alec Baldwin, oh no, this is awful. Alec Baldwin says he is fully cooperating with police after fatal shooting on Rust set. This one is also very recent. You've probably seen things everywhere. I only know all this stuff, by the way, because we cover a lot of it on our other channels, Inform Overload and Beyond the Screen. That's why I know all this. He was filming a movie called Rust and he was handed a prop. I can't say a weapon, I can say, I think. A handheld weapon. I will act it out. That. He was handed that and he fired and apparently there was real firearm in it and it killed the director and injured someone else on set. I forget if it was the assistant director. And the whole lawsuit, there's a whole investigation going on. How is that possible that there was real firearm, like that it was loaded with real ammo, and how that even happened. It's just so. Anyways, Alec Baldwin obviously is claiming his innocence, that he had no idea, obviously, and other people are, yeah. It's a whole chaotic mess and it's a tragedy. That one's hard to read, to be honest. It's very sad. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Okay, so at least 8 people passed away and many injured after crowd surge at Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival in Houston, officials say. This just happened. All the footage that came from this festival on TikTok and stuff, honestly, I cried watching some of the TikToks. I'm not even joking you. I cried because they are so disturbing and sick to watch. He had this massive festival event, like insane amount of people, and people literally got trampled on because apparently he encouraged like fans to storm the stage, like come up to the stage. People did, and they literally got trampled to death. Some of them like physically trampled they couldn't breathe and passed away. And other people tried to get like attention from people who were working the lights and was like, there's people who need help, medical help. And it was just chaos because no one really did anything. And y'all, I don't know. There's so much to this story and it's so like sick. I could cry like talking about it. It was so unnecessary to lose those 8 people and to have like hundreds like severely injured. The footage is sick. Anyways, oh, by the way, he has a 2.5, I think it was that today, $1 billion lawsuit against him after that because he's being sued by families and obviously, I can't give too much opinions because I will lose my damn mind. Anyways, Kristen Bell weighs in on how often to bathe kids. I'm a big fan of waiting for the stink. I didn't even know this was serious. People were going in on Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher because they said in an interview that they don't bathe their kids. And people were like, what? Like, you're crazy, that's cruel, all this stuff. And like they explained in interviews, like, I don't bathe them every day, you know? Or there's times where it's like they have a quick bath, but they don't wash their hair. Anyways, so I guess people took this very seriously and like tried to cancel them as parents for not bathing their children. DaBaby issued an apology for his insensitive comments comparing people living with HIV to junkies on the street after Dua Lipa condemned him. This was a rough one as well. It happened months ago, I think this summer. He was in concert and he literally was going on some big speech to the crowd in between songs, and he started making these crazy comments about people living. Oh, all these comments that were like, it was just so random to me when I watched it. I was like, why would you even say that? And so offensive and rude and insensitive. Anyways, I don't know how, like, he did get canceled, but it's like, I don't know if he fully recovered from it, but it's like, how do you fully recover from that? It was so, I can't believe he just went on this huge rant thinking that that would ever be a good idea. Model details physical and psychological by Marilyn Manson. A lot of my words are probably gonna get censored by YouTube. We can't say the word and certain things like that, but I'm hoping people can fill in the blanks, even if YouTube does censor me. Yes, the model came out about their relationship and his poor treatment towards her during that time, and also Evan Rachel Wood, another actress who was also with him, also came out about her own stories and claims against him, and he was facing a very big, serious lawsuit. Not sure if it's ended or not, but it's not looking good. All right, I am getting out of here. Stay classy out there and stay sassy. Bye. Also, have a good New Year's. It's coming. 2022. I'm so excited. Okay, bye. Have you even subscribed to the channel yet? Don't be a fake fan. Hit that subscribe button. You know you want to.